Hi guys, so today I thought I would do a review on my Zala hair extensions. I thought I would do this just because when I was looking to get them and I was doing research or whatever, I couldn't really find a video on a person who has them but has coloured them also, so I thought I would do one for you guys. So let's just get started and straight into it. So the hair extensions I have are the Zala Hair Extensions. They're an Australian brand, but they do ship international. And so I got the 26-inch in Ice Blonde. So when I put them in, they were quite long, and I have got them cut in also and slightly a little bit of length off, so like literally not even an inch I don't think, or maybe an inch, so they're about 25 I think. But yeah, I just thought that blonde 26, like come on, like that's fake. Even though pink looks much more natural. Joking. So I got them about a month ago as well, so they have grown out slightly. They do say they're moved up, so retaped every, I think it's 6 weeks, depending on hair growth. So if your hair grows quite faster, then obviously the tapes are going to grow out faster, and then you're going to need them to be taken out, retaped and moved up back to the root. But yeah, so they say every, I think 6 to 8 weeks, that's your normal like hair growth cycle anyway, so that's when you need to get them retaped. I'm pretty sure normal salons can do that, but make sure you go to someone who has done it before and they've like specialised in extensions, because otherwise the placement is going to be terrible. I've seen people that literally get it right up here, like almost at their hairline, and it just looks ridiculous. So yeah, make sure you go to a place that you have seen photos that they've done and that you trust. So I thought also today I could show you what comes in the packaging. I didn't keep the box, but I'm sure if you Google Zala Hair Extensions, you'll see the box, and even on their website as well. But so in the box you get this little booklet here. It just says Zala Premium Hair Extensions, and it comes with, so you can see photos of people who have them in, all the different, so these are before and after photos, which is really cool. And so how they're all the different hair colours, so every single colour has their own photo. So for example, this one is natural black, and then you can see a girl with natural black hair, and this one down here is dirty blonde. That's a really pretty blonde. Oh, I wish I had that colour. And so they have literally so much information about their brand and all the different types, and they are pretty, yeah, so they talk about how many pieces you can get in each set, about the brand, blah blah blah, and there's also got a FAQ at the end, so frequently asked questions, at the back, so that's really helpful, I think. And then you also get this little package. I haven't opened this yet, I don't think. So the first one here, it says, are you the next big beauty blogger on YouTube? I don't know. And it just says that if you do a review, then if you feature Zala, whatever, you get a voucher worth $250, which is crazy because my hair was $250. I didn't even know that. And then also obviously just your receipt. Then also they gave you a mascara, which I'll show you shortly, and then this obviously just has the little card that comes in it that tells you about it. You also get a little sheet telling you how to do swaps and returns if you're not happy, and then just a little photo with all their social media details on the back. So the mascara that you get, this one right here, I'll do a close-up for you. So it's just this one here, it's just black with some nice electric blue shiny wording or branding on there. So on it, it just says Max Plus Volume Zala Mascara. I have done a makeup look, which is this one right here, and I used their mascara for the first time ever. I've never used it before until today. So I'll link that down below if you're interested to seeing how that is. But I was really excited when I saw that it comes with mascara. I didn't think it did, so that was a bit of a bonus. So yeah, as I said earlier, obviously these have been coloured. There are heaps of brands like Pastel Locks, I know that one, and I think Show Pony, don't quote me, but there are brands that do sell already coloured hair, but I thought to get my desired one or whatever, I would buy the most blondest of blonde and then colour it myself. So this has been coloured twice. I've also done a hair tutorial on this as well, so if you want to see how I got this, But since that video I have added some extra pink in the top, just to kind of put more pink through it, and I put more purple in the ends. But if you would be interested in getting how this, I'll also link that. Yeah, this has been coloured twice. It was just with a fashion colour, which was also very conditioning, so I haven't bleached it or anything like that, so I haven't really damaged it. And so they are still really healthy as if I've just got them. How annoying, I keep playing with my hair. Oh, stop. So some tips to look after your hair extensions. I've done micro beads and tapes and clip-ins, and tapes are my favourite. Clip-ins, I just cannot stand putting them in every single time. It's like an extra 20 minutes of you getting ready that you have to put in the hair extensions, not just even style them. But obviously practice over time, it gets quicker. But so this is my 5th set of tape hair extensions. When I was younger I was stupid and I'd be like, nah, I don't want them anymore, and throw them out, so I've thrown out about 2 tons of hair, which is like 2 bundles of hair, which is a lot of money. So I have had a bit of experience with tape-in hair extensions. The other brands that I had, they were completely different. This is my favourite by far. Oh my god. When they say double drawn and like thick to the ends, they literally mean thick to the ends. Like, look at that. It is not frayed or thin at all, and that's been cut in. And I asked my hairdresser, can you please like just put the scissors like that and kind of thin it out a little bit, because they were literally just blunt cut, and so I've never seen any hair like that at all. So I was really pleased with that. The quality of them, they're Remy European. Another thing that you can do to make your hair extensions last longer and they keep the quality of it for longer is to plait it every single night when you go to bed. Plait it when you're going to bed, plait it if you're going to exercise or swim in water, whether it's the beach or pool. Whenever you're doing something that you're going to be jumping around or moving a lot, usually try plait it or twist it up in a bun where it's not going to mat. There's been once where I slept, I was just so tired, so I just fell asleep with it just in a ponytail, I think, and oh my god, that was my other set, and oh my god, do I regret doing that. Literally so matted. This is what the hair looks like just from being plaited. If you plait it every single day or every single night, you'll just have the prettiest waves the next day, so that's why I love doing that also. Sometimes if I really can't be bothered, I'll just sleep with it, or if it's really hot, I'll sleep with it as a high bun, like wrapped around. So you can do that also if you'd like, but the best option is obviously to brush it every single night. Twice a day is what I do. Probably more, because I just hate when it gets all knotty or like kind of stuck together sometimes. So treatment wise, I put in my hair, I make sure that I use a shampoo conditioner that doesn't have any silicone in it. So Tresemme, Pantene, and a lot of mainly drugstore shampoos and conditioner like Priceline and whatnot, they're the ones that do have a lot of silicone. So what that does, if you don't know, if you put silicone in your hair, that's what makes it feel really smooth and really nice. But because you're constantly using it, you're building up silicone in your hair, and then that's because I don't know if you've experienced it, but you use Pantene or Tresemme the first time, you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. But then as you constantly use it, your hair starts to feel a bit yuck and you feel like it's getting more oily and things like that, and that's because your hair shafts are just trapped with like completely covered in silicone from a build up. So you're gonna have to like change your shampoo conditioner, and that'll come out slowly. So the shampoo and conditioner I use is the Macadamia Oil Extract Conditioner and Shampoo. They look like this. I'm pretty sure you can get them from Kohl's. I think they're slightly pricey. I'm not sure how my dad gets them, but yeah, so these ones are so nice, and literally the first half of the ingredients list is full of different oils, so that's a really good thing. Also silicone. If you're unsure if your shampoo conditioner does have silicone, make sure you go to the ingredients list just to double check. Another word that they use for silicone is dimethicone. So also look out for that. That's just one that people don't really know that that's another form of silicone, so look out for that. Also at my mum's I use Organic Care, which is just from Kohl's. It's so cheap. It does have dimethicone, which is, so it is not as good as that one, but it is like in the second end of the ingredients list, so it doesn't have that much in it. So obviously the higher it is on the ingredients list, the more of it is in that product. Yeah, they're the 2 shampoos and conditioners I use. And then another tip that you want to definitely do is apply some form of natural oil in your hair daily. Now, if you do have blonde hair extensions or they're quite bleached, I suggest try to find an oil that doesn't have like a yellow tinge to it, like argan oil for example, because that does also contribute to yellowing the hair slightly, because obviously you're putting it in every single day. It's slowly staining it. And so the one I use is literally from Aldi, and it's just the Protein Naturals Moroccan Argan Oil for all hair types. I've used this for ages. It's alcohol free, helps strengthen hair, instantly absorbs without leaving any residue, which is true, and restores shine and provides long-term conditioning, which is also true. One obviously isn't the best form of argan oil you can get. If you can find like pure argan oil with like the least amount of ingredients, then that would be the best one for your hair. But that one does the job for me. I apply it mainly at night time, or so I pretty much do it maybe 4 or 5 days out of a week when I just remember it. Also, another way to make sure you keep up the quality of your hair is also the heat of your straightener. Now, people always think that you have to have it up to like 200 degrees or like up high in the 100s. You seriously don't, especially when it comes to coloured, or even if you've just constantly bleached your hair or things like that and you need to try your hardest to keep it on your head. Also applies with hair extensions, so because they're not connected to your root, they're not receiving the natural oils like your hair does. So if you do kind of treat them badly and dry them out, it's really hard to revive them and get them nice and moist. Do not say that. For us who need to keep their hair as healthy as possible, I usually do it up to 180 to 200, so it is fairly low. You may think when you put it that low that it's not working, but you just need to go, I literally go like this slow, and you only need to do it once. Like, I see girls like constantly going like this straightening their hair, and it's like, why are you doing that? Just go slow once and then that's it. But yeah, also putting it on a lower heat does really keep them healthy. Also, when you are straightening your hair or putting any heat, make sure you're using a heat protectant spray. I know that so many people say this and you're like, yeah, whatever, like I can't be bothered sometimes, but I like feel my hair breaking in my heart when I use it. I just literally use it for like a few strands when I don't use hair heat-proof spray, but if I am doing my whole head or something like that, then I definitely will. The one I use is by Tresemme. Yes, I know that's a really shit one, but I am trying to look for a better one, so if you do know a really good heat-proof spray that isn't full of like shit, let me know so I can go buy it. Another tip to try and keep your tapes as long as possible, once you have had a shower, you do need to dry the roots of your hair. So you need to dry the tapes. In saying that, you need to dry the tapes. It's not good to keep them wet, so you need to, even if you just blow wave that, and then I usually then just leave the ends to dry, to air dry. So then you're not applying any heat anywhere else. Make sure you're doing that after every single time that you wash your hair, and before your hair and before you wash your hair, to also brush through your hair, just to make sure that when you're shampooing or anything, you're not getting major knots. And so many people say that tape hair extensions ruin their hair, or it gets all matted and yuck and they lose hair. I don't know what they're thinking, like what they're talking about. I have, like I said, I've had so many sets and my hair comes out better once I take them out. And that's because everything that you do to look after your extensions, that's what you should be doing to your natural hair, but who can be bothered? So because you're doing that, you're constantly applying argan oil. I always make sure I put it to my natural hair as well. So then once I take my extensions out, it's longer, it's grown, it's healthier, and it's shinier, because I've had the hair extensions in for maybe like 3 months, and then I get sick of them, keep them, put them back in. Yeah, so that it does not ruin your hair. The way they work, I should have said this at the start, but the way they work is literally, because they're not the best. So yeah, I have 40 pieces of Zala Hair Extensions, and the way the tapes work is when they say 40 pieces, that's 40 pieces of individual hair extensions, and then you put those together, so then you have one hair extension. So if you buy a 40-piece set, keep in mind that means you're going to have 20 hair extensions, and if you buy a 60-piece set, if you buy, I had to think about that. If you buy a 60 set, which I know that they offer, then that means you're going to have 30 pieces. of hair extensions in your head, and some people kind of forget that and they're like, oh my god, I don't have that much, but keep that in mind. So the way it works is literally the hairdresser or whoever will grab a piece the same thickness of the hair extension, and then they'll apply one. Some do from the bottom and then apply on the top, but I usually apply, I apply from the bottom and then put onto the top. So they'll put one underneath, they'll pull that hair and then squish the top bit of the hair onto the tape, then get the other tape of hair extensions, peel that sticker off and then put that on top and sandwich it together with their fingers. They should not be using heat because the heat will actually, that's what can then damage the hair, because I think it would like heat up the glue too much, and then once you're taking it out, that's when you can pull out hair. So make sure your hairdresser isn't applying heat to the tapes, because that is why they're so good, because they don't need heat. And also the way people say that when people say that the hair extensions are bad for you, the only possible way that you're going to have tape hair extensions and they're going to damage your hair is if you actually let the tape grow out too much. I think once it gets to about an inch, that's when you want to get it moved up. And if you let it grow out more than that, that's when the hair from your root to the tape is going to start to mat, and then that's when it's going to be really hard to get out. Once it's going to pull hair out and it's just going to damage your hair. That is the only way it can damage your hair, and it all comes down to the application. I've seen this girl who had it when I was doing hairdressing for a little bit. She came in, oh my god, I was there for hours trying to take her tape hair extensions out. They were applied so badly. Make sure you do your research so you know for a fact that person knows what they're doing, and look at reviews and everything, because it can be a disaster. But it all comes down to the application. It's not the tape themselves or anything like that, it's how that person applies it to your hair. So if you're scared that it's going to hurt, if it's going to ruin your hair or anything like that, it comes down to application. You'd think like, oh well, they're going to fall out, blah blah blah. No, they don't. They do not fall out, and the only way to remove it is with pure alcohol. So you're not damaging your hair at all. I think that tape hair extensions are the best form of permanent hair extensions to go, as in keeping your hair healthy and having the same, if not better, hair once you take them out. I'll just quickly give you a look at the ends of my hair and see how long down they go. So this is how long my hair goes. It's like just past my boobs or whatever. I'm really happy with the length I got, and so far they are definitely my favorite hair. Like I said, the ends are so nice and thick. They style really nicely. They hold curls really well. They dry really nicely as well. So also don't stress if you buy hair extensions, they will be dead straight. That doesn't mean they're going to stay dead straight. My hair is naturally quite wavy, and then once you put them in, they might not look the best, but once you wash it and it dries with your hair, it dries wavy the way your hair dries. So also keep that in mind if you're like putting them in and you're like, oh my god, this is so straight and gross. Just wait, you have to wait until you wash them. And don't forget, your hairdresser will probably tell you, but once you get your hair extensions in, you can't wash your hair 48 hours until 48 hours after the application, and that's just because the tape needs time to bond and stay together and actually stick to the hair well. So make sure before you get them in that your hair has been shampooed twice and you've only applied conditioner to the ends of your hair, nothing on the roots, because it has to be as dry as possible so the tape can adhere as best as it can. So that is everything that I can think of to let you know about tape hair extensions. I have had my fair share of bad and terrible and fantastic, so I think I've covered everything that I do and like how to look after them or whatnot. But if you do have any questions, feel free to comment and ask me, and I'll definitely reply and answer them for you. Well, I know for a fact when I was looking for hair extensions, I was trying to find so much information. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, am I going to look good, blah blah blah. Hopefully you've learnt a little bit and it's been full in depth and given you lots of information. If you were scared like I was, then that is what you want. So that is the end of the video, guys. I hope that you've learnt something. If you do have any more questions, I've tried to put in everything that I can think of, but if you do have any more questions, please comment down below, and I will answer them for you. So I hope you've learnt stuff, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and you will see me in my next video. Bye!